Sorry about that, you guys. So the score's going to be updated on the backside, and then we're also going to like just show what the brackets look like. But this is the King of the Hill match. All right, once again, sorry about that, you guys. I'm just getting... Thank you, sir. Peter Butler just showed up today. He had a good run. He's still... And Brian Olde with the suck it. I mean, Stenmark is up after this. To close up. Brian Olde didn't even clean him up, and I think he just said, I'm here, Arizona's here, and I'm letting you know that I could beat you at any given day. And Brian Olde can't. There's two players, I think, in the whole world that probably could beat Stenmark if they were in their own rooms. But match play, I just don't know if Stenmark can lose because there's something about what he does around hole 17, 18, when he looks at you and says, I don't care what the score is, but I'm going to win. And his opponents just agree, and they crumble. Sorry, I had to talk like that because of I had some locals over here. I'm getting interrupted like left and right now. Finally Butler left. I love that guy. I'm just messing around. All right, so I'm setting this up. I'm going to be over there. We're going to have two more commentary guys coming in. So in about 5 minutes, you're going to hear some new voices. I'll introduce them, and we're going to cover the rest of this Mark Stenmark and Brian Olde, King of the Hill match here at the 2017 Pacific Northwest Open in Gig Harbor, hosted by the one and only Halftime Sports Lou. play like Fridays and Thursday, Fridays. They do qualifier. So it's qualifier. So I like it. What's later?
What?
What's later?
Your pants.
Your pants? All right.
Mr. Keeler.
Bring the beef jerky out tonight, too. We'll have that beef jerky for the first night. I've been hoarding it.
Well, this is the problem here. The problem is, we're live and Gavin Keeler is talking about beef jerky and leaving it out when Stenmark right now is looking at something he hasn't looked at in probably maybe 9 months, and that's behind a stroke to Brian Olde. Oh, actually, well, I'm the a-hole.
No, Mark's up by 1.
Yeah, he is up by 1. You look away for 1 second, and that means
both guys have been playing really good today.
They have been. So the one thing that Nardzilla has been going through, Brian Olde is, and I talked to him a little bit about this, was you really do need to have someone of your caliber playing with you all the time. And if you start playing by yourself, you kind of get in that groove of lack of match play experience. And in holes like this, when you're up 1 or down 1, you don't know how to climb back. Stenmark's been here so many times.
Oh, exactly. He's one of the best. He is the best in the world currently, and that's why. So he's been here. He's 1 stroke to him is, I'm still in it. It's a 2-stroke lead now. Olde just, I think, hard the last hole.
So Stenmark is now, the glare is still killing him, killing everybody. But right now, Stenmark is now in his position. He's comfortable. And Olde's already talking to himself why he just lost 3 strokes after holing out the first one.
It's definitely in his head right now. And you're going to see Mark may just play safe and cruise to get through this because I talked to Mark earlier, actually, between rounds, and he'd said he's playing okay. He's not 100% happy with his own play personally, so maybe it's in his head a little bit, but I think this is probably going to help him right here.
The cool thing, too, is it's match play. And it's something that Mark is very, very, very comfortable with. And understanding that it doesn't matter if you shoot a 24 or 22. Brian Olde's won both of his games with a 25-26, and that's 3 below his par. But it's still a win. Stenmark understands that. Brian's still in that mindset, I have to shoot this to win. You just have to beat your opponent.
Exactly.
It sounds simple, but in match play, it's very, very different.
It's very different. That's why I'm out at 0-2 right now. I don't have a lot of match play experience, and it hurts me when I come to these situations. Oldies.
You don't have a lot of game experience.
That's also true.
Who'd you play the first match?
Caitlin.
So, we have Steve. We have Steve Johnson from Monterey, California. Tell us about yourself.
Kool-Aid. A lot of you guys know who I am. I play at home 99% of the time. I'm on Facebook. About me, California, one of the Team California guys. I just started playing again after a 10-year hiatus. So I've only played like 1,500 games since last November of 16. 16 came out was when I picked it back up. I just bought the home edition. So, but yeah, I went to my first tournament in St. Louis, and that was fun. And I had a blast. I learned a lot, and I learned a lot here today. I already told Mark he's going to play me at the house later, one game, and just he's going to show me. So he said he'd play me later. So that's going to be awesome. But no, we've had a great time. But that's me. That's my story. And I used to play back, Team USA days.
I was going to say, you were drawn for Team USA? Were you 4 day? Okay.
Yeah, and I was an alternate. And Steve Sobey is one of my best friends, and I grew up playing with him. And yeah, I just walked away from the game right when 4 came out. I didn't like the direction at that point, and my job changed my life, and I started moving around the country for work, so I just walked away from the game and stopped playing. So I picked it back up, and we'll see what happens. But I enjoy doing this. I enjoy just coming out, helping these guys set up, tear down, whatever. I'm here to have fun.
I think that's the most important thing, even if you're a player that you don't think you can win the whole tournament. Well, with that attitude, you'll never win a tournament. You need to come to a tournament. Yeah. It's where you meet people, you meet better players than you. You always will meet a better player.
Every time. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I've met a lot of great people, and a lot of people have taught me a lot of stuff, and just to help me get better. But yeah, it grows the game. That's what we're here to do, is grow this game and make these tournaments bigger and bigger. Even though this isn't a PEGT event, this is a great tournament, great host. I can't say enough about that.
So that's something I really want to talk about, is you have players like Mark Stenmark, and you were talking about earlier that he's going to come back to the house. If you guys don't understand or know what we're talking about, the house is the house is something that when you come to a tournament, you don't necessarily always need to get a hotel or figure out. There's always someone willing to house you or put you up. And it's awesome when a lot of the big players, especially Mark Stenmark's a really good ambassador of the game, will come over and we set some machines up, some home edition machines, and we're playing, and we have these big-time players that are willing to sit down and talk to guys like me, like you.
Yep, awesome.
And they're willing to help. They're always willing to help. So that's the most important thing about coming to these tournaments, is understanding that those pros, those guys you think aren't approachable, are very, very approachable.
Yeah, and they're very approachable, but like right now, Mark's not going to talk to anybody right now, and between rounds he's talking to people and everything, but he gets in that zone and he knows where he's going with it, and Brian Olde's here is trying to.
He's still, Olde, every time he's shaking his head coming up and hitting, it's just telling me he's still thinking about there's no way that Stenmark is going to lose those shots, so he has to hold out. He has to hold out, and he has to be more aggressive.
Oh, absolutely. He's done my.
So this game, I won't be surprised if it could be a 5-shot swing, because he has to attack every hole.
It's in his head. Brian, he shot 20 in qualifier, or 29, a 30. He won one course,
and only because Stenmark got him on that one, and he lost his last course on teal because of points. So now, as you can see, the glare is really starting to hit. For you guys that don't know, the front side of this bar is all windows, and it used to be great, but for the fact that just tore down all the trees from last year, and now there's construction to the left side, and it's just raw concrete right now, and the sun is just giving it to them.
The sun just comes in here. This bar gets so hot during the day.
This is going to hurt because
Brian's shaking his head again.
Well, this is the King of the Hill match. So whoever loses this match will still continue to go, and they'll be in with 2 more matches left. So Brian Olde's not out of it. He's not out of it right now. It's only a 2-stroke game, but I can't remember a game where Stenmark has lost a 2-stroke lead going into 16. I don't think he's done it in the last 2 years, with the exception of one early round game, but he still ended up winning. He just lost 2 strokes.
Yeah,
He was still winning.
I don't.
Stenmark used to come to 3 years ago. 2 years ago, Stenmark came for the first time with me to the Pacific Northwest Open, and the whole concept of this tournament was earbuds out. And he came. He didn't even bring his earbuds. And he collectively won the first one. And then the second one, we had Andy Fox show up, and they were in the final. And then Stenmark is starting to realize that this tournament is not a cakewalk anymore. We have big players showing up.
There's big players here. There's a lot of good players that don't get out to any of the PGT events, that are just local regulars here, that are very good, that are very capable of dropping 30s very easily. There's a lot of great players.
And we seen it yesterday in qualifiers.
Yeah. There's numerous 30s yesterday. It wasn't just like, 1 or 2 from Mark. It was numerous people dropping 30s yesterday.
I know what Stenmark's thinking about right now. He's thinking about he has to play King later on in the consolation main bracket champion versus the purple bracket loser. Well, actually, I think I won my first match this year today against Corey Hughes, the owner. 23-21 was my first victory ever this whole year.
That's it?
Yeah,
First one?
that's it. Yeah, 17 tournaments total.
It's good.
I'm getting there. It's a waterfall starts with 1 drop of water. Look what follows that. I like to talk, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, no,
So right now, Brian needs to stop thinking about how he's playing right now. I mean, you don't want someone to start thinking about the next match before the match is already over. But when you're starting to hit shots that are that short with a caliber of a player like that, I think it even frustrates Mark. Mark knows that Brian is way better than this. And hopefully Brian can grow from this. He's now played them all. He's now, over the last couple tournaments that he showed up to, that when he never showed up to any tournament.
Whoa, that's Stenmark just went in the water on 18 with a 3-stroke lead.
This is interesting because
This is a par 4.
Well, now Brian's really kicking himself for that water ball the hole before.
If he holds us out.
That could have been a game changer.
Oh, for sure.
Well, this is where Stenmark understands gameplay.
Yeah, he's been here a million times.
Well, I'm not sure if he's been at this exact spot.
No, but yeah.
It's okay. That's all you need to do is like safely lay up. Well, the thing about this match right here, Brian Olde has now got over the hump. He's played all the big players from Worlds to showing up in Cincinnati, and he's through it now. And he's coming over. I'm gonna try to grab him real quick. He might even be taking a shot right now, but he's played them all. He's now done match play against the 4 top best players in the world over the last 6 months. And I think this is he now understands what match play is all about. That's why he's come. He's continued to come. This is another player that's been home by himself, playing, keeping. Justin Gordecki and him are really good friends. They're trying to create something in Arizona. But Olde is just, I need to get out and start going to these tournaments. He's one of those people that refused to go, and now he understands the value of it.
Absolutely. It's going to pay off for him. He's learned from this a lot. And he's sitting down at the corner of the bar right now.
And he's probably going through in his head, beating himself up, but he shouldn't. He should. Hopefully he does take it as a learning experience. And
I know he did. He's a great guy. He's a great player, obviously. But
he's still in it. He still can do it.